Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Christmas holidays around the corner, so I figured it'd be kind of a cool opportunity to actually do a video on an angel, Christmas angel, an angel that loves the holiday of Christmas, loves the idea of Christmas. So I'm sending that energy out there. I'm not sure who or what I will expect. It could be male or female, I don't know. However, I'm sending that message out there now, so it's starting. So I'll be prepared. They'll be prepared more, and I'll be able to move forward with the message easier. One of the things I like to mention is that there's so many people that are so stressed over the holidays. There's so many kids that are asking for so many things, and that again puts even more stress on the parents. But what is Christmas really about? What is the message really? What is the real message? Like, I feel the world is moving away from the true message of Christmas. And we do see a lot of movies and stuff that touch the base of that. But at the same time, I would like to hear from the spirit world at this time to give you guys all a message about what the spirit of Christmas is about. A lot of times people do Santa Claus and stuff like that, the energies around that, or Jesus. But I think it's important because the angels were a big part of that message. So I'd like to hear from them and share that message with you. I know when I was growing up, I remember decorating the house and the tree and just being with family and a big family dinner and the excitement of opening the gifts in the morning. It's like, but now it's become a disappointment. It is exciting, but disappointment. There's a lot of kids that get disappointed if they don't get what they want. But they ask for things that aren't necessarily real. They aren't necessarily realistic. People get so stressed out for fighting over a gift that everybody else is fighting over. And it creates this massive hysteria. That's not what Christmas is about. To me, and why don't I just leave it at there? Because I could go on about what I feel like Christmas is. But I don't think that's what I want to do. I want to share a message to the world from the spirit realm, from the angels, to see what they have to say. And then at the end, maybe I can add some of my own words depending how long this video goes. So please, everybody, take a deep breath in your nose and exhale slowly, allowing it to flow through your body, allowing your shoulders to relax, the stress of the day, the stress of the year, the stress of the month. Allow yourself to feel at peace. Allow yourself not to think of all the burdens that we have. Allow the burdens to be set aside, to be released at this time. So I'm going to breathe in my nose and out my mouth. One more time. I'm a little boy standing in front of a really tall Christmas tree, and I see a star on top, and I'm wondering, what does a star mean? And I go back in time, and I see a star in the sky that was nothing like I've seen before. And I wonder, is this real? Was there really a star like this? Was there a star like this before? A long time ago, an angel comes down and has the star in its hand. It's like it takes the star to the sky and moves it towards me. And it brings it directly to me. And I'm now a man and the star is in the hand of this angel. And I'm all of a sudden surrounded by other angels, and this one angel has the star in their hand like this, and they're holding it. And now I'm surrounded by all these other angels. So what is the star? He wants me to hold the star in my hands. And I hold the star and I look into the star. And I see all this excitement in the morning. The excitement of the children. The excitement of parents. I don't see the disappointment that I know happens. They don't want to focus on that. They want to focus on the joy of family. The joy of family, of getting together to set aside all the hardships throughout the year. Even if you don't like certain parts of your family members, for some reason, at Christmas, people are able to set that stuff aside. Not everyone. But a lot of people try really hard to set it aside for that one time of the year, to come together around the table, to share a feast, to be appreciative of what has been given that day. I stand again as a child looking up at this huge, massive tree, and my eyes are really bright, and the excitement of Christmas is in my heart. And I think of the presents, and I wonder what I'm going to get this year. But you know, I look back and I ask for very little. At a very young age, I was able to understand that my mother had very little. And I was able to know that asking for too much was never a good idea. So you always ask for things that they could afford. I guess they don't remember what it was like before Santa Claus, before I believed in Santa Claus or did not. But even then, I don't remember ever asking for things that were too far out of the reach. I was blessed at that at a very young age. And I even started work when I was 11. This is all stuff that this star is showing me. And how I understood that my mother had very little. So I had to work hard to get what I wanted. And I never really wanted a lot, but I did want things. And I worked hard for them. And I see that my mother really appreciated that. But she never really told me that because she died also at a younger age. And I was never able to really connect with her at a level that most adults would be able to do. And it's not that it's sad, but it's the importance of understanding one's limits. To understand your limits. And I even am guilty of that now, that sometimes I exceed my limits, thinking that it's the right thing to do. But then I see when the kids don't get what they want, they take little fits. And it really cuts deep in with oneself that all these parents of the world that tried so hard to get what the best they could get at the time, to have their kids tell them, like get their kids get angry with them because it wasn't good enough. I remember back when I was a kid, I would never have done that. It wasn't even something that was inside me. I would never say to my mother that it wasn't good enough. Even if I was disappointed, I still wouldn't have said it to her, because I know it would cut deep, it would hurt, and that's something I never wanted to do. So what has changed in society that children are never satisfied with what they have, and they always expect more and more and more, and there is a definite change in this behavior. There's a definite change in society about what the meaning of Christmas is. It's not about family anymore. It's not about love. It's not about giving. It's about taking. It's about wanting things that are beyond what you can afford. And going out and putting yourself so far in debt that it takes you almost a whole year to get back out again. And you just do the whole process over and over again. And kids never satisfied with what they get, or if they are satisfied with what they get, they play with that item for a short period of time and they throw it aside like it's nothing. What else can I get now? I played with that Lego set, I put it together once, now it's going to stay in a pile in the corner or in a box somewhere, forgotten. And I go back to my childhood and I played with my Legos over and over and over and over again. And I was happy doing it. But kids now are constantly looking at their stuff, constantly looking at their gifts, and they always want more. They're never satisfied with what they get. And this is not all children, but this is the message that I see inside this star. I see now a family. The kid has got so many expensive gifts, but it wasn't good enough. So now he's angry at Christmas dinner. And the parents are angry because the child took a tantrum and everything they've done up to this point was just seemed to be a waste of time. And everybody's angry around the Christmas dinner, if they even have a Christmas dinner at all. I see what they would call a Black Christmas. I see Black Christmases all over the world. And there's some areas of the world that still have Christmas. And then there's others that I would say have a Black Christmas. A Christmas that has no light. It has no love. The angels shine their light down upon these houses, upon these families. But they never accept it. And the angels cry, their hearts, cry is the wrong word. It's like they shed tears of love that never penetrate into the hearts of the people that they're crying for, because they're not accepting them in. They're not accepting them in. And that is very sad. And then I see other families that get along so well, that are so grateful for what they have. There is still families out there that are grateful. But if you look at North America, what Christmas was like, and how many lights were lit up, how many white Christmases, you could say light Christmases, and it shows me on the map. And then I switch to now, and there's very little light, but there is light, but it's overshadowed by the Black Christmas. I give the star back to the angel, and the angel puts it back into the starry sky. And there's a doorway, or not a doorway, a stairway that comes from the star down to where are my feet. They want me to walk to the star. So I walk up to the star. And as I walk up, I have to carry, every step I have to carry another rock. And as I walk up, the rocks get more. Every step, every rock I get more and more rocks. So it's like ridiculously difficult to even take a step now. And I get to the top of the stairs, and I got a mountain of rocks on me. I don't even know how I was able to get up the stairs with the rocks. But that's what it's like for people at Christmas. They take so many burdens on themselves that it takes away from what it's really meant to be. This person that has all these rocks is myself, and I stretch out, I crack my back, I allow all the rocks to tumble down the stairs, and I stand in front of a doorway. And I said, I want to know what it is really like, what really Christmas is supposed to be about. I want the world to understand what it is like to truly understand the spirit of Christmas. Because I know that myself and a lot of the people in the world are lost in this crazy world, crazy jungle of corporate chaos created. So it overshadows not just Christmas, but a lot of the major holidays now. It puts so much burdens on ourselves financially, physically, mentally, that it overshadows the true meaning. I open the doorway and I'm walking down a corridor, and I have rags on only and bare feet. It's actually cold. It's like the puddles are frozen. I don't even have anything on my feet. I'm struggling, but I'm used to the cold. I built the tolerance up to it. It feels like I'm in Europe, maybe England, a long time ago. And I'm struggling because it's going to below zero, which it never really does. I'm sitting on the side of the street. There's caroling going on. I can hear it. But these darker, shadowy places, there's very little music here. So I walk towards the caroling, and I stumble onto the street, and I'm so cold I can barely stand. And a man walks over with a woman, and they pick me up, and they wrap a blanket around myself. He shouts a few words, and somebody comes with a pair of boots, and they put the boots on me, and they take me to their home, and they feed me, they give me shelter, and it's like one of the most beautiful evenings that this version of myself has ever seen. That somebody actually cared enough to put shoes on my feet, to give me a blanket and some fresh clothes, and feed me, and don't ask anything in return. The next morning, the man has a fresh pair of clothes, a backpack, like not a backpack, but like a sack. And it has another pair of boots. And he hands me a jingly bag. And I open it up. And it has enough money that most people would have worked for a year. And he tells me to go to this address. And there will be a job for you. And this will be enough to sustain you to find a place to live, to get yourself, your feet back on track. And this version of myself is so amazed at the generosity of this man. That I work really, really hard and become an owner of my own business and become very successful. And I never forgot that man. And one day I went back, but the man had already passed away. But I gave everything back tenfolds than what the man gave to me. And I thanked their family. And I let everyone know what they did and how it changed my life. Now, is this a real story? I don't know. But this is what I seen through this door. This is what the angels wanted to show me, what the real spirit of Christmas is. I can feel this man, this energy. It is a little overburdening, but it's also very beautiful. How one minute you can be beaten down so bad on the brink of death, and somebody would come to save you, to help you. And never ask anything in return. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to leave this video right here because I don't want to overshadow the message. The importance of love, of helping one another. Thank you very much, everyone. If you wish to visit my website and do a service with me, you can visit me at www.amonrostheawakening.com. I also am a Northern Lights photographer, and you can visit my website at josephbradleyauroras.com. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a beautiful Christmas and happy holidays. Take care.